Hello, everybody. Tracy Cassaday here. My husband and I have court tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. and we filed motions to vacate the judge's April 6th order. Uh, the April 6th order is the one where he vacated the December 19th final dismissal with prejudice simply because we asked correctly for the stipulated probable cause um, language to be removed because we never stipulated a probable cause. And I didn't even have a lawyer and was never served with it, but the prosecutor is claiming that he made this deal with our attorneys, which my husband was still appointed one, even though we asked him to withdraw. And he filed the correct motions to have him withdraw and represent himself as well. But all of a sudden, this lawyer appears and I guess makes a side deal that my husband did not give his express consent to stipulate the probable cause. Next thing you know, we get the freaking order back in December saying we did stipulate the probable cause. Which, if you stipulate, that means that they had a right to arrest you, they had a right to indict you, and they did not. All this was made up. We didn't harm our grandchild. We would never harm any child, and they know this. So anyway, the judge basically didn't have the authority to dismiss the final order because that requires somebody else to file a motion to vacate. In the first 10 days, he can file a special motion, but this was months later. So, he can't just, I'm going to vacate it because you claim you didn't have representation. Well, we didn't want representation. We were representing ourselves. And, I clearly stated that we would only accept the dismiss with prejudice if there were no stipulations attached. And no one bothered to say, oh, well, this proposed order that we were never shown says that we stipulated a probable cause. And no one brought it up. They just played along and, okay, we're dismissing this. And now the judge is like, well, it's all or nothing and vacates the whole thing. No. Anyway, so I think the Court of Appeals will agree with us because I have, I think, 4 case precedents that are very strong and back up everything that we're requesting. We just want that stipulated probable cause removed, people. We want to go on with our lives. He vacated it and put a completely different order in place from months ago that we had immediately revoked our signatures on. We can tie this to the adoption of our granddaughter. And the prosecutor literally, told our attorneys that and said he was not dismissing the charges until our granddaughter's adoption was final. It's like, really? I want that in writing. So that was the only way we get it in writing, was to do this agreed dismiss without prejudice thing that said no interference with the adoption. And we did so and then immediately revoked our signatures. So the lawyers refused to do anything, and that's when we fired them and went on our own. So anyway, he's trying to say that order is the active order now. So we need this cleared up, and our name's completely cleared, so we can do so administratively, and then we're going to get this adoption overturned. Hopefully, it's been over 2 years since we've seen her, and we love her very much and miss her very much, and that's including the 3 grandbabies that were in our home at the time that she was here 4 days out of 7. Sissy cousin, baby cousin, those children, her biological relatives. She's lost that bond with them as well. So grandma and grandpa are tough cookies and we'll be fine. These are minutes that will never be returned to us no matter what. But our granddaughter will always know that we continue to fight for her. And our grandson that I've raised for the past 9 years misses her every day as well. So anyway, we're child abusers. Why wouldn't they take our oldest grandson that I've had de facto custody of for over 9 years? You charge people with felony criminal abuse and then you leave kids around them. Does that make sense? I mean, that's another piece of the puzzle that proves that all this stuff was collaborated among a variety of bad actors from the beginning to ensure that other people were able to adopt our granddaughter. And they stopped our reunification 17 days before it finalized. It's wrong. Morally, legally, it's wrong. And God's on our side. And guess what? The law's on our side, too. We just have to get people to follow the law. So, anyway, keep us in your prayers. We know these motions we file tomorrow more than likely will be denied. And then the risks that we have before the Court of Appeals, we won't have to refile all the evidence and stuff, but we're more than likely going to have to appeal that with the Court of Appeals. And it's just a big mess, y'all. It's never ending. They just love to drag this on forever and ever and ever. So, anyway, keep us in your prayers. Thank you so much. Bye.